Last time on SAREX Triton 2025, the team conquered the unforgiving terrain of Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon. But the ocean is relentless, and it has saved its most complex challenge for last. Now, in the final phase of the exercise, all agencies must come together for a mission that will push their skills, technology, and partnership to the absolute limit. A distress call echoes across the waves. A vessel is on fire. This is not just a rescue, it's a race against time. The Cormorant lifts off, its blades churning the foggy morning air. Below, the Joint Rescue Coordination Center in Halifax orchestrates the response, a testament to the seamless international cooperation that defines search and rescue in these waters. From the air, the vast expanse of the North Atlantic is a breathtaking, humbling sight. The Cormorant crew scans the horizon, their eyes trained for the smallest anomaly. On the water, smaller, faster boats like the Jarreau 2 and Jeune France play their critical role. Delivering medical supplies, personnel, and fire suppression. The nimble first response units in this maritime ballet. They are joined by the Canadian Coast Guard and the French Navy vessel, the Fulmar, a powerful symbol of the alliance at work. The first objective for the Cormorant crew, a high-stakes hoist extraction. As the helicopter descends, its powerful rotor wash churns the sea into a chaotic vortex of white water and spray. For the crew of the Jeune France, it's a battle to maintain course against the invisible force from above, all while avoiding the ever-present fog banks. For the SAR Techs, this is their office, a world of dizzying heights and violent wind. Tethered only by a steel cable, a rescuer is lowered, a lifeline between the sky and the sea. The success of this exercise relies on absolute trust and unspoken communication, honed over thousands of hours of training. With the first phase complete, the scenario escalates. A simulated injury demands immediate evacuation. The French and Canadian flags flying side by side are more than symbols. They represent a promise kept, a partnership forged in the harsh beauty of the North Atlantic. The crew readies the Stokes litter, a basket designed to airlift the injured, or in this case, essential equipment. This is a task that requires an even greater level of precision and care. A crew member is lowered again, this time to prepare the injured for extraction. Every movement is deliberate, every clasp secure. They are not just lifting a person, they are safeguarding a life. In the chaos of a real rescue, there is no margin for error. With the first phase complete, the focus shifts. Rescue isn't always a dramatic hoist from a cliff face. Sometimes, it's a race against the clock on the water. The mission: deliver critical medical supplies to the isolated community of Miquelon. For this, they turn to their maritime partners and the swift Yarrow 2. This is the logistical backbone of survival, a test of speed and coordination. Out here, the horizon is a stark line between an unforgiving sea and an endless sky. It is a world of profound isolation, where help is not just around the corner, it must be brought in. For the communities of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, self-reliance is a way of life. But they know that in a true emergency, survival depends on this critical chain of support, a lifeline that stretches across the water. The route passes by Pigeon Island, a deafening, teeming metropolis of life. Thousands of seabirds turn the rock faces into a living spectacle. It's a powerful reminder of the raw, untamed nature of this place. A world that is both beautiful and treacherous, and demands constant preparedness from those who call it home. As the Yarrow 2 carves through the water, every minute counts. The crew is a portrait of focus, their mission clear: to bridge the gap between need and relief. Approaching Miquelon, the medical supplies and equipment are handed over to the waiting sapeurs-pompiers. The link in the chain is complete. This is preparedness in action. Not a drill, but a rehearsal for reality, ensuring that when the worst happens, the best are ready. On board the Yarrow 2, the cargo is more precious than gold. This isn't just a box, it contains a portable ventilator, a piece of advanced medical equipment that can mean the difference between life and death. Getting it here, quickly and safely, is a mission in itself. For generations, fishing has defined life here. It's a tradition of hardship and reward, A livelihood wrested from the cold, unforgiving waters of the North Atlantic. Every vessel that leaves this port faces the ocean's unpredictable power. It is for them, the fishermen who brave the fog and the gales, that the search and rescue crews stand their ceaseless watch. Back at the Miquelon airport, the Cormorant is more than just a machine of rescue. It's a symbol of that promise. The Cormorant rendezvous with its maritime partners, the French Navy vessel Fulmar and the agile Jarro II. The stage is set for the final, most demanding test. The scenario: a high-stakes hoist rescue from a moving vessel. It is a dynamic, constantly shifting challenge that requires the highest level of airmanship and crew coordination. To hold this seat is to be at the pinnacle of military aviation. The path to becoming a Cormorant pilot is a marathon of dedication, beginning with years of service and a brutal selection process. They must master the art of flying by instruments through blinding fog and by feel, inches from a cliff face. But this is a different beast entirely. Holding a multi-ton machine perfectly steady over a moving, pitching target is a feat of immense skill. A constant battle against wind, waves, and the helicopter's own powerful downwash. For every pilot in the cockpit, there is a SAR Tech in the back whose journey is just as demanding. They are Canada's elite pararescue specialists, forged through one of the most physically and mentally grueling selection processes in the world. The command is given. The hoist begins. This is the ultimate test of teamwork, a violent dance between pilot, flight engineer, hoist operator, and the crew of the Jaro 2 below. Dangling on a steel cable, the rescuer becomes a pendulum, fighting the rotor wash and the sway of the boat. Every second is a calculation, every movement a risk. This is precision born from relentless practice. The connection is made. The patient is secure. The slow, careful ascent begins, lifting a life from the chaos of the sea to the safety of the sky. This single evolution is the culmination of thousands of hours of training. It is the reason they endure the brutal selection, the years of practice, the constant demand for perfection. Because when a real call for help comes, there are no second chances. From the cockpit, the view is one of accomplishment. The runway at Saint-Pierre stretches out to welcome them home. This is more than the end of a mission. It is the conclusion of an exercise that has sharpened skills, strengthened bonds, and reaffirmed a vital international alliance. They stand ready, a beacon of hope on the edge of the world, for the call that is not a drill. This week of relentless training, in the fog, over the waves, on the unforgiving cliffs, was for one singular purpose. And while this exercise ends, this is but one crew of 103 Squadron carrying out their credo: to seek and save, that others may live.